Fast and the Furious is a film that follows a group of people who are very into the street racing scene. The story is driven by the excitement of fast cars, thrilling mischief, and a hint of mystery. Dominic, or Dom as many call him, enjoys the adrenaline of streetcar racing, and his fans treat him like a rock star. He is the leader of his own crew of drivers who are very loyal to each other. After an intense encounter with rival Johnny Tran, Dom decides to take Brian, a newcomer to street racing, under his wing and into his circle of drivers. Dom's sister, Mia, sees something she likes in Brian, and they hit it off as well. The trouble is, neither Dom, Mia, or any of Dom's crew realize that Brian is an undercover cop, and Dominic and his rival Johnny Tran are both the prime suspects in the case. Brian is on the hunt for the crew who keeps chasing down big rigs for their cargo and selling the cargo off for dirty money.
Howdy. My name is Luis Gutierrez. Today I'll be focusing on Chapter 10, more specifically the concept of failure, event, or transgression. In the book, it is defined as an incident marked by the breaking or violating of relational understanding or agreement. The movie that my group and I chose was The Fast and the Furious, so putting it all together, the scene that quickly stands out to me is whenever Brian is calling the police, Brian is the main character, saying that there is a wounded person, which in this case is Vince, kind of the antagonist of the whole movie, and he exposes himself as a police officer, and at that very moment, Dom is right there with him, hears all of that, and pretty much puts all the pieces together, realizing that Brian has been kind of like the enemy for the whole time, and it kind of messes up their friendship that they've been building up for the entire movie. The movie does a weird thing because it doesn't really explain what happens afterwards. It makes you want to watch the second movie a bit more. So that's kind of how their whole friendship is, the turmoil that's going on between them. Another big concept I want to focus on, and The Fast and the Furious embodies this pretty well, is friendship. The definition of friendship in the book says it is a relationship of choice that exists over time between people who share a common history. Before all of this happened, Dom and Brian didn't really know each other up until Dom has to break Brian and Vince up from a fight. That's where they first meet. That's where everything starts off. After that, Brian is a really big fanatic of racing, so they kind of see themselves, at a race. It doesn't go as planned, but they still have some type of mutual liking, I guess you could say. And finally, at the scene whenever Brian bails out Dom from the police because he was pretty much almost caught, that's whenever Dom actually looks at him and says, man, this guy actually has, I guess I can actually respect him a bit more. And then it all grows up into a pretty even and outstanding relationship as friends up until the very last scene, like I just explained, whenever Brian pretty much telling Dom who he actually is. So these two concepts pretty much work hand in hand. You have a friendship, it goes bad, and then it can pretty much just end out in a failure event. So that's how these two concepts stood out to me in the movie and how Chapter 10 defines them as what they are. Thank you.